Hello and welcome to American Truck Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys and girls are all well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. Right, so we back on the Kenworth again, and we're doing some more data telemetry testing. It seems to be popular. A lot of people seem to be watching it and liking it, so I'm going to continue on. So, you know, until obviously people get bored or sick or fed up of it. You peeps might notice there's a few little changes to the Kenworth. Okay, I've shortened the stacks down a bit. They were sitting up right there at one point, but I've pulled them down more level with the cab itself. You might see that this is on as well as the backlight set up, as well as a set of steps. Now the airlines do work with this now, but you've got to have a certain rack. You've got to have the rack on the back, according to Igor. Well, I'm going to jump into the truck, and there's been an update. Igor's updated the Kenworth. Now we've got, if I actually go into the shop and I'll show you what's going on with aspects to the truck itself. I've now got this engine in it, as you guys and girls can see. I was on the last episode, we did that engine, now we're doing this engine. But there's been it took a lot of faffing around to get this to work. I delete a load of old files, and I had to sell off all my old trucks and buy a new truck, and because I've had little mod conflicts here and there between the old and the new one. But as you can see, if I peruse, there we go, it's just for demonstration purposes, but as you can see, it's now a new Mercury Sleeper. You can have your own Mercury Sleeper on the back now. As soon as I get the skin, well, template, I will redo the skin for the Kenworth, because it doesn't quite fit the new Kenworth. There's little bits and pieces where it just doesn't quite line up, as I will show you when I come out the shop. But it's got that on there. Let's have a look. There's the rack. See, now if you put the rack on, it have the airlines, from what I've been told. I've not actually tried it myself, but that's what Igor said, because someone mentioned that it hasn't got the airlines on it, and the only way you could put them on is by putting the rack on the back. But I'm not a big fan of the racks or the headache racks. They're fine for logging trucks, and I probably will do once I start doing the logging side of stuff. I might put the headache rack on the back, but as well as that, he's done some sort of work on the inside as well. He's changed out, he's put some new lights into the back, set up in it, so now the dashboard lights up quite nicely. He's still got a little bit of glitch here to be aware of. He needs to make some fixes to the mirror side of things. I myself preferred to have the little indicator there, but I think he's taking it out. But it's up to him at the end of the day if he feels it looks better, or either way, I'm still happy driving the thing. Right, anyway, I'll come back out the shop. There's enough blabbering on about the update. Got a little toolbox on it and everything. If I quickly pan out, there's a toolbox on that side as well, which is quite cool. It does add to the weight, which makes it a bit more unrealistic. Well, may affect data telemetry fairness, but I'm going to sort of overlook it. But actually, if I jump under the truck so you guys can get a better look at it, because it's a bit waddle up here. You can see that little blue blob. That's kind of where it's not fitting, and these, you can get these in your own custom colour as well. That's why I've gone for chrome, because of the way way my template, or the old template fits onto this. You can see the whole template sitting on it. So once I get my hands on the new template, I will update the skin pack for this. But anyway, let's fire her up. Let's find a job. Right, job market. Cargo market. As you can see, I've got the little purple lights on it as well, which is pretty cool. So, I didn't go anywhere once we got to here. I left, you know, I was gonna, once we got halfway in the last episode, but we didn't get. So, if we get to the, get all the way to Eugene, I should say. So that one looks like a fairly quick run. I might go for that. What was that say? 1,409 yards. Yeah, that's miles. Weird. That's a bit further at 122 miles. We are on here, yeah. From here to... we go for that one. That's the longest car. Actually, that's not longest. Make sure we're actually on Eugene. Yep. That'll take us back out. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone here. Trying to find a route that's going to be still in Oregon. And not massively long either. We've been here already, so I've been through there anyway. That doesn't look too bad. I think we might go for that one. That'll take us to there. We haven't been there yet. And it's not overly long run either, so hopefully there might be enough road there for me to try and stretch this thing out for its limit. So set GPS. And let's crack on. Ooh, wrong gear. And brake off. Don't want to snag the Volvo dealership. Right, bring up the oh, you guys can't see it. I keep forgetting once we've got the data telemetry and we're installed on a hill. One thing that I find surprising on this is the physics don't allow you to bump start a truck. I know it'd be pretty hard to do anyway in real life, but it is plausible. If you've got enough of a hill and enough momentum behind you, you probably could try and bump start it again without turning the ignition back on. There's a little line that appears there. He's aware of that as well. I mentioned it. I won't go right because I can see there's traffic there. I don't think we're on a flat surface. I'm not going to put the brake on. Is he? No, it's coming out. I could roll up a bit further, I guess. Clear, so I'm going to go. Be over there. I'm toying with putting my own music on today rather than the good old YouTube friendly music, but then I thought, yeah, do I really want the hassle of getting like 3 or 4 emails saying, oh, don't worry, you haven't... Oops, and I've stalled. You haven't got a strike, but you Don't do it again. Don't make a habit of playing other copyright music on. It's a faff. You get, for people that don't know, if you play copyrighted music, in some cases, depending on who the publishers are, you can get what's known as a strike, and if you get 3 strikes, you're out, more or less. So that's why every now and again, as much as I'd like to sort of like give the 2-fingered salute to YouTube to sort of like for taking away my my monetization tools, like they did with a lot of people, I was just like, okay, I've done it once. I think I did it on either was this or it might have been Farming Simulator. Probably a bit of a big jump for this on the hill, but I still managed it. I just, I've had this discussion once before. It can just be a pain. And I think because you've done that, I think you get put lower in listings as well, if memory serves you right. Don't need the indicator anymore. Come on, Mr. Pete, man. You could have let me out then. It's Jeep gonna let me out. Cheers, mate. I've got to invest in a new chair as well. This one is that the padding's starting to go. It was never an expensive seat anyway. It's just a cheap, nasty seat I got from IKEA, and it's not done too bad. I've had it for about probably 2 years now. And although there's only a little bit of what I'd call fraying on the arm, it's the cushion that's beginning to go. Especially when you've got a bony bum like mine. You've got no real padding. After about half hour of sitting in it, you realise you've been sat in it for half hour. And it's the lifters also, the gas lifter, the hydraulic lifter, is beginning to start to lose pressure, because I've noticed it's sort of like doesn't sit as high as it used to now. Every time I sort of like adjust it again, it doesn't stay at the top adjustment, it just sinks back down to where it was. So I think it's on its last legs. Come on. Had to use the clutch on that one. Are we supposed... Oh, I think I've gone the wrong way. Wrong way, simulator. I suppose... Mind you, it's not too bad a thing. I just need to turn down here instead. I could have just turned into that. But I will put the Mercury Sleeper on for you guys once we've done this day telemetry, because although I don't think it really makes much difference from weight aspects, to be fair, I think it'll just count as the same weight no matter what. I know someone's going to go, well, that's not a fair comparison. You've now got a Mercury Sleeper which is this much heavier than those sleepers. Not that I get a lot of them sort of comments, but I know it would happen. Someone's going to go, oh, but you can't do that. Technically, the extra chrome fender on the back, wheel arches I call them, it would be didn't come up with New City Discovered. That's a bit weird. Do we have to actually drive to collect the goods? Don't tell me we've actually had to drive here to collect the goods. Yeah, we did. Really? Okay. Oh, it's because I was out of town, wasn't I? I thought, hang on a minute, I don't remember picking up the job. So, we've now got to load job up. If I realised it was going to take that long to get there, peeps, I would have sort of like gone to pick the job up first. Sorry about that. We'll try and get it done without too many dramas. Actually, I'm not going to do what I was going to do. I'm going to back up a bit. Because I realised if you try and back up the way I normally back up, that way, it doesn't ever work these days. So I find if you can get sort of like down here, and then I'm going to use cheat cam just to see whereabouts we are. Go a bit further forward. Right, try it there. This could end in tears, peeps. I warn you now. Yeah, I can't see any more out that mirror. I'm gonna cheat cam it just to see whereabouts I am. I'm with jackknife in the truck, which is never a good thing. I'm not far off it actually. Just do that in a minute, just to straighten back up again. Technically, if I keep this angle, it should go in. It says. I'm going to hit the fence. Yeah, I'm going to hit the fence. Have to do that again. Try going as close as I can to these trailers first. I'm going to cheat cam a bit of it as well. Sorry, peeps. Put the old hazards on, I guess, as well. Still not going to straighten up. If I shunt forward a bit, maybe I can fix that. Gives you a good excuse to have a look at the truck anyway. That's, you know, that's my excuse, I'm going to stick to it. That wasn't bad for me. Not far off from that. Right, I think I'm going to go back in the truck now. A long time later. We've probably knocked over all the cones, but we're there. That'll do. Right. That's close enough for government work. Out of gear. Hazards off. Engine off. Enter. Right. She's all loaded up. Fire her back up again. Now, it's something I've actually almost crashed. Something I actually asked in the American Truck Simulator forum on Facebook group on there, the Facebook group. It was just for a bit of fun mainly. Who do they think the best YouTube driver was and the worst YouTube driver was? Now, I'm going to ask you guys the same thing. You can say me if you like. I can take it. Whoa! As Mr. Van almost pulls out in front of me. You can let me in? Yeah, should do. And who do you think the worst YouTube, well, obviously who the best is and who the worst is? Is it Jeff Lanana? I can't pronounce his second name. Appeared a lot. I'm surprised not a lot of people said Mr. Moose, because I know he had quite a big following on American Truck when he was doing it on YouTube. He's one of the many who seems to have jumped ship over to Twitch. Whoop, green light, go. Green means go. And what else did I see? Someone saying about manual, shifting manual, automatic. And there was comments like, well, if you can't shift manual, you're not a real trucker. Again, it's because conversation I've had with you guys and girls quite a few times in the past. And so typically, most truckers I've actually spoke to, or say truck drivers, I'd say, in the UK, I don't know so much in the States, obviously, because I'm not over there, but in the UK, typically, a lot of them prefer automatics. Just because it's just easier for them. If they're stuck in the truck all day long, and especially if they're doing a lot of driving within cities and deliveries, they defer the auto box. And so I've been talking to a lot of you kind of get an idea of, I know it sounds wrong, but you get an idea of what the person's going to be like just by the first, when you say hello to them, and if they sort of like say good morning, how's you, then you know you're going to sort of try and get some sort of conversation out of them. Some of them just sort of like grunt at you, and then they just, and then they throw the toys out the pram because they've got to try and get into the yard, and I'm like, right, okay, and they're just generally you just don't want to talk to them, and they don't want to talk to you, so it's just a case of you just don't even bother trying to entertain a conversation with them. Or ones I have tried with in the past, they just it's like you might as well just talk to a wall. But generally I've been speaking to the ones that do, better be over that lane, do talk about trucks, VK trucks obviously. A lot of them, and I say, you know, ones that are a bit more experienced have got a bit more, driven a few more different trucks. They typically say, obviously Scanias are nice. DAFs, they seem to be, a lot of them like driving the DAFs as well. A lot of them hate driving Mercedes or Renaults, weirdly enough. A lot of them sort of rate the Volvos as well. Most of the Volvos are quite good. Don't see many of them. None of them's delivered any goods to our yard for probably 2 or 3 months now. It's typically the trucks that come into our yard are DAFs and Scanias, typically. Well, there was one Volvo a while back, but it was a long while back. But that's how it normally typically goes. It goes sort of like Volvo, Scania, DAF, to the least liked trucks, which are Iveco, and I've heard a lot of bad things about Iveco's gearbox, mainly electrics as well. Same goes for the Renaults and the Mercedes' bad gearboxes. But a DAF is as close to a Kenny you're going to get in the UK, because it's got a Packard engine in it. And people in the States are going, ugh, Packard engine, yeah, go away. Yep, well, unfortunately, that's all they got. Well, you could probably get another engine in it if you owned your own rig. Talking of a Euro Truck Simulator, I made a start on the is it the new event, the German event or whatever it is. I'm not overly really wanting to complete it, I'll be honest. I don't know if I need to be in this one or not, I suspect so. Yeah, looking promising. Put the brake on, and I'll put the trailer brake on just for good measure as well. Yeah, so I'm not overly trying hard. I've got 3 done. It's just remembering which countries are delivered from and delivered to, because once you delivered there once, you can't deliver there again. You have to deliver over back to Germany, which I don't know if that counts or not, because you've technically already done it. Come on, old girl. Should have went in low, really. Come on, old girl. Give me the gear. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm not... I will do one. I will try and get one episode done covering it, but just don't expect me to complete it, peeps, because as you guys and girls know... What are we doing for diesel? Good for diesel. Come on. Doesn't want to slip shift. Whoa! Even though I switched the switch, it still didn't go up. That's why it didn't want to... I mustn't push the switch all the way up. I heard it click. You guys probably heard it click as well, but if you don't push... If you slowly push it, sometimes although it clicks, it doesn't push all the way home. You've got to give it a good throw up. Push up, and it just goes... Must admit, it's probably getting a bit... I've had it for what, must be 2 years now. I've heard a lot of bad things about the SKR shifter as well. I know their company's rubbish, and like I did when I did the box opening review, A plus B software. If you're thinking of getting a shifter, get it from them, because I've heard nothing but good things about them. You order it, it's there within a week. You get it within a week. Come on. Thank you. So if you're thinking about getting an SKRS, don't. Get the A plus B one that I recommended, because I get a lot of people saying that it's good. Good to buy. Now it is... Yeah, it is. No, it isn't. Wrong switch, that's why. Actually, we've got to push this thing to its limits, haven't we? Let go of the wheel then. Never a good thing to do. Let's wind it up, try and get it wind up on this bit of road. And as we're going down here, it shouldn't be too hard to wind it all the way up to top speed either. Those could end in tears again, peeps, so be prepared for that. Not already speeding. Still not put the real weather and sounds mod in, because obviously I want you guys to enjoy the Oregon DLC and not being covered in fog. I'm going to need to switch down soon. Looks nice. I do like the scenery. Seeing the trees and that, it's quite nice. I've not, as I say, this is all news to me. I've not driven none of this yet, and I've not watched anyone else drive it either. This has probably dragged on quite some time, peeps, and I apologise in advance if it has. How long have we got left? Not that long, so I'm going to just drag this out to the finish. And I apologise for it dragging on for as long as it has. It's really up close to 50 minutes, I guess. Whoa. stretch the legs a bit. We got 80 out of it. It's not too bad. Put the old Jake on. I hate it when they do that. It's like, well, they're going to stop or they're not going to stop. We need to be in that one anyway. We're almost there, so it was worth the extra weight. Better put some side lights on, I guess. Oops. There you go. It shows you what these done with the as everyone else has got the lights on, I'll drive my sides on. You can see now what he's done with the internal shot. In fact, I'm going to grab a quick outside shot now. Photo mode, photo mode. Yeah, for out your photo mode, photo mode, photo mode. That looks quite good actually, I like that shot a lot. Light is blinding us, but what's better? That shot or that shot? I'd say that shot. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Focus in position like that. Cha-ching. There we go. Now I'm going to run this dude over. Sorry, man. Right. I'll leave it at that, peeps. As you see, we more or less got there. I won't bore you with the parking aspect, but I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the episode. Sorry if it did go on for longer than normal. But if you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like. And if you didn't like it for any reason, you can also feel free to dislike. But please leave a comment down below to why you didn't like it, so at least then I can try to improve in the future. And if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching my bad shifting, bad driving, whatever, please guys don't forget to share. It helps me a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel and want to see future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.